Okay guys, this is Rockhead from Virginia Rockhead. Got Rockhead Jr. here today. We have our 15-pound barrel full of locally collected rocks, and they've been tumbling for a while. We're going to rinse them out and we're going to show you what we've got. Okay, we've got our 15-pound barrel of locally collected rocks. Rockhead Jr. and I are going to show you what we've got. So he's got kind of a, go ahead.
It's a little bit of a purple rock. A little band in the middle.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to check out these rocks and see if they're ready to move on. We got three buckets here. One full of the rocks that we just cleaned out that we're going through right now. And we've got a bucket that you can't see for rocks that are ready to move on. And we've got a bucket for rocks that need to go back in the tumbler. So what we're doing is we're feeling for rough edges. Like this rock is really good, but it's got this one little problem here. So we're going to throw that back and see if we can't tumble that out in a week. So, like I said, these are locally collected rocks, and we're both impressed at how pretty they are turning out.
Little bumps. Gotta go into the next tumbler.
Okay, so yeah, this obviously has a lot of rough edges, but that's pretty cool, translucent material. Another thing we're doing here is we're just getting started out, so we're just learning how to do this. Our camera angles, everything. We're just learning everything, and one of the main things that we still need to learn is our rock materials. We just think, okay, that's pretty cool. We know a little bit. We've done a little bit of homework, but we're not ready to identify everything. So these rocks have been in the tumbler for 5 weeks. I think I started tumbling this. This is one of my favorites for sure. Still a little rough. So for the future, we're hoping when we get enough tumbled rocks going, and we can hopefully meet with the local rock and mineral club and have them teach us how to identify all these rocks that we're dealing with. But once again, I am impressed with how pretty these rocks are turning out. I mean, look at that. That's just gorgeous. I'm going to move this one on to the ready for next stage bucket. So some of them aren't so great. I mean, this one, it's pretty. It's not as pretty as some of the others. It's going to go back in the tumbler. So we've also got, look at that, that's really pretty. We've also got a couple more barrels, 15-pound barrels. That we'll be joining into the works here. I've got some what we call store-bought rocks and locally collected rocks. This is petrified wood. Needs to get a little more tumbled. So we have 4 15-pound barrels, and 2 for locally collected rocks and 2 for store-bought rocks. I bought some rocks online, and I went to the Keno show in Tucson, Arizona, and spent a ridiculous amount of money buying rocks. So you know, we'll get those going. This is we have a couple of these. This is one of our favorites. We don't know what it is, but it sure is pretty. This one's actually ready to move on.
I think this is a piece of yellow Jasper. Still needs a little bit of tumbling.
That last one obviously has a long way to go. This one, once again, don't know what it is, but it's pretty. And I think this one's ready to move on. Move this one on too. We'll go through them later. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go through these kind of quickly, and then we'll kind of go through at the end and pick out our favorites that we want to show you, whether they're ready to move on or need to go back in the tumbler, and we'll show you those, and that will conclude the video. So some of these rocks, like this one here, I took to the saw. We found it locally and it was too big to go in a tumbler. So I took it to the saw, and the cooler ones we kept. The less cool ones we did not. So these rocks, some of them have been in the big tumbler here for what, 5 weeks or so, and they're still not ready. So in stage 1, they have to go for a long time. This one has been in the tumbler. This is a huge rock. It's been in the tumbler for the entire time, and it's, I don't know if that's marble or what, but it's very hard and it's very big, and it's going to spend a very long time in the tumbler. I threw that in there when kind of, I really didn't know what I'm doing. Not that I do now, but I probably wouldn't have put that one in if I knew a little more. This is another one of my favorites right here. Don't know what it is, but I like all those blue speckles in it. It's almost done, not quite ready.
This one's got some fade bands in it. I don't know if you can see it or not.
So we're just going through right now, and we're feeling these with our fingers to see if they're ready to move on, see if they have any rough spots. If it feels pretty smooth, we'll move it on. If it's got rough spots on it, we will throw it back in there. This is another one that's been cut. You can see the sharp edges. I don't know if you can see that color in there. Pretty cool. Don't know what it is, but cool. We've also just got a lot of kind of small rocks in there that if we went through every single one, it would take forever. So we're not going to show you every single rock that we have, just kind of the bigger ones. And then at the end, we will show you our favorites. So
This
we'll
one's
just,
pretty cool. It's got a band right at the top.
so we will just go through a few more of these, and then we'll turn the camera off and come back and show you our favorites. This one, I think this one's ready to move on. Pretty.
This one's very transparent.
Okay, we'll be right back with our favorites. Okay, so as I said before, we're just going to go through now and show you our favorites. Just a few of the ones that we picked out of that huge 15-pound tumbling barrel. Like I said, I just like this one. It's got lots of pretty features and all that going on. Still has a lot of tumbling left to go, but I just thought it was worth pointing out.
Okay, I think this is Petrified Wood. It's got kind of like that design of bark, but I don't really know.
So this is one of them that that I took to the saw. Found a big rock, thought it was interesting, so I took it to the saw. You can see it's got a little hole in there. I'm just learning the lingo. I think that's called a druzy hole because it's got some little crystal going in there. The problem with cutting it with the saw is it definitely ruins the natural shape, but you know, can't have everything.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that this is Jasper with a quartz band. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool.
So this is another one that I had to cut. So it obviously has no natural shape to it, but I don't know if you can see that coloring in there. It's got some greenish yellow. I think that's called a moss agate. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't even know what this is, but I really like it. It's got some blue, black, and I think it's pretty cool.
This thing looks like it's on fire. One of those bigger ones that I had to cut, but it's sure got a lot going on. Don't know what it is. Like I said, hopefully we'll talk to the local rock and mineral club and they can identify this stuff and teach us how to identify it for ourselves.
Okay, I chose this one because it is super transparent. Like if I put my finger behind it, you can see my finger. And I just think that's really cool.
So here's one that just looks pretty cool. Don't know what else going on here, but at this side you can actually look down into that rock. I don't think the camera does it any justice, but this side is kind of look down in there.
Okay, I like this rock because it's kind of got this like clearish top and then like a brown bottom. And I think it looks really cool in the light.
This is one of them that I am really anxious to see what kind of rock this is, because I find this occasionally and I think it's beautiful. I mean, look at all that action going on in there.
I think this one, it kind of reminds me of a zebra. It's got that white and a lot of black in it.
This is just one of them that we picked up, decided to tumble, and it looks pretty cool, you know. the colors kind of sweep across each other. I don't know, something about it that I just think is pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure this is Jasper, but I really don't know. But either way, it still looks pretty cool.
This kind of quartzy, I don't know what it is. Got a long way to go in the tumbler, but it's got some fire looking stuff going on there, and you can look down into that rock. Let me see that light real quick. Let's see what it does in the light. Whoa, look at that. That's pretty cool.
This one's got a bunch of different colors in it. But I really like how it looks under the light. It's kind of like, it's like yellowish, greenish. I think it looks really cool.
So this is something very similar to what Rockhead Jr. showed you a little while ago. We found these once in a while. Once again, really curious to find out exactly what this is, but it sure is a pretty rock.
This one's pretty cool. I kind of like the shape of it. And then again, it looks really nice under the flashlight. Oh, shoot. It's very clear and light.
Okay, last rock here. I think this is Smoky Quartz. Could be wrong. I found this rock and just liked it right away. It's a good size rock. I think what we rock people should do is everybody should carry a pocket rock. I watched a video about an Australian opal miner, and he said all opal miners will carry a pocket rock. So if you meet an opal miner, ask you to show them their pocket rock and they'll show you. So maybe we should start that tradition. All right, you got any more?
Nope.
All right, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching.